on this bumpy beer review from Tired Hands out of Moore, Pennsylvania. I have their Alien MEGACHURCH. This is a triple IPA coming in at 13% ABV. It was hopped with, let's see. So it's brewed with tons of oats and has handpicked Columbus and Cascade. And then they said that it gets oh man, I just clicked on something that brought me off of what I was just reading. I hate little clicky ad things. The fuck? So let's see, dry hopped with Chinook, Citra and Mosaic. And then it says juicy notes of something, and stop reading there. Do not want the juicy notes. I want to get those for myself without being told what I should be getting. But I should be able to find all that information to throw it down in the description of this video when I do edit it. So yes, Alien MEGACHURCH. Let's go ahead and crack this one open. Oh, the canned on date. This was canned on January 17th. So it is about 3 weeks. 3 weeks old. So let's go ahead and crack this open now. Okay, so it was pouring out very milky like. It's a murky, milky, deep orange coloration. Opaque, can't see through it. The head itself is it's a little sudsy, but it's kind of got a froth to it as well. It is a creamy off-white. Once again, may look more brilliant white on camera, but it does seem to pick up a little bit of the coloration of the body of the beer. It may just be light reflecting refractals, whatever the fuck. I'm not a scientist, nor do I have a very large vocabulary, but let's get some aromas. This first whiff, I got nothing. I was wondering, like, where the hell is all this extra dry hopping that they did? But yeah, there's fruity notes. I didn't really pick out what it was, but I was just surprised to actually get something on the second whiff, and still from a distance. So yeah, it's to me, you get a little bit like a papaya. There's like kind of a candy, like Pez type thing going on. Let's get closer. Alright, I'd say passion fruit kind of jumps out. Maybe strawberry. Some type of berry note anyways. A red berry. I'd say it's more passion fruit and berry note than it is papaya, but I think papaya from afar, so it may still be kind of hidden in there. Is this glass leaking? So I think there could be like a little bit of like a mango papaya thing going on. I'd say it still kind of has a slight kind of candied sweetness to it. Almost smells like there's like a slight vanilla note as well. So they didn't mention lactose in that first bit that I read. I don't know if they do add lactose or not, but I think that they would have mentioned it somewhere if they did. So let's go ahead and take our first sip. It's smelling pretty decent. And cheers. All right. I mentioned this was 13% ABV. I think the booze is there. I think you do pick up on some alcohol notes. And when I say you do, I mean I do. But you probably would too. Ooh. the big kind of bitterness kind of creeps up in there too. It's pretty harsh. I wanted to talk about the flavor notes, but I could not avoid the alcohol. It had that fruitiness to it. It had like a berry type note. I'd say more on a red berry, so kind of leaning towards strawberry or some type of just a red berry, besides cherry. Yeah, the finish I would say is a deep grass, piney, extremely bitter, with an alcohol note. But I want to go back to the beginning. I want to try to find malt. Maybe I should even talk about the mouthfeel. That's a thing. All right. Yeah, so I'd say it's a medium body, this one. Moderate carbonation to it. Does have a drying finish. Slightly smooth mouthfeel. Maybe a little bit of a bready kind of maltiness. I think there's some grain getting through the kind of sweetness up front that it has with that kind of berry note. I think it is a little bit mango, papaya. I'd say some passion fruit in there as well. Doesn't quite have the total candy type notes though. It reaches that bittering finish pretty rapidly. It kind of starts mid palate, really start to pick up on it, and it just builds from there. A little bit of maybe like a grapefruit rindiness to even going towards that kumquat. It's quite bitter. It's still with the grass, lots of grass and grain and pine as well. Yeah, this one's, the bitterness is just getting super harsh. And like I said, there's still like an alcohol type of a note to it all too, just mixed in there. Goes back to that. It's got like a good upfront flavor to it. With everything that I already mentioned, it does have that kind of sweetness up front. But man, once that bitterness hits, it just gets harsh. So I'm like appreciating the front end of this beer. I appreciated the aromas. I'm not liking its finish. I mean, it definitely drinks like an IPA. But I don't know. To me, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's the wrong kind of bitterness for me. I don't like bitterness just for like, harshness sake, just to make it bitter and less, tolerable to most palates, I would say. It's almost like eating things that are hot. It's like, I don't mind heat, but I want there to be flavor too, kind of like a balance, maybe a little bit on the hotter side, then flavor is okay too. But when it's just straight up like having something just to say that, oh yeah, I can handle like 300 million, however the hell high it goes, Scoville units, just for the hell of it. That's kind of like where the bitterness kind of goes with it. Just like, I don't feel it's doing the beer any justice. I think it's just distracting from something that could have been better. Take another sip though. I'd say like all the notes and everything up front, at that point, it's a delicious beer. I think the ABV is well hidden up front, but I think that it does poke its head out in the tail end, and just that super high bitterness and everything just kind of knocks what I would have scored this beer based off aroma and front end flavors. I think that I'm kind of at a cross, because like I said, it's It's got a lot of good going for it, but it's just really the finish. And the finish is kind of what you're left with for your afterthoughts too, because it lingers on. I'm gonna throw this one just top end good. So that was Tired Hands Brewing Company's Alien MEGACHURCH, a triple IPA at 13% ABV with, well, I can't remember the hops already. Anyways, everything should be down in the description of this video. If you made it this far, you can just read them and not watch. But okay, anyways, cheers. Thanks for watching if you did. Appreciate you.